So we're here with another recent Ranger graduate who has been very adamant about coming in and sharing some of the stories. So I'm just going to hand it off.
So yeah, there's a few things I wanted to come in and talk about today. One of the biggest things you'll hear either leading up to school or throughout school is you'll hear that some companies are easier than others. Some instructors are easier than others, and you know there's a bit of truth to that. But definitely the biggest thing I've seen throughout school is platoon dependency, and what I mean by that is the success of any given group of people or in a graded leadership position is very dependent on the platoon, or if you're a squad leader, the squad. And so I've seen instances where a company in one phase may be considered the hardest, but they have a near 100% go rate and a 100% forward rate, and then vice versa. You'll have a company who's considered the easiest just get absolutely massacred, and you know only roughly about like a quarter to a little under a third of the platoon ends up going forward. And a big factor in that is definitely knowing what the platoon is good at and the strengths and weaknesses of each member. It's definitely true that the guys from Ranger Regiment, they're very good with their actions on, and they're very good with withdrawal procedures, post-assault procedures, getting casualties off the X. And then it's definitely very true that your IBOLC lieutenants and your Triple C guys are also very good at op boards. You'll find that a lot of enlisted guys, regardless of rank, even NCOs, they're not very familiar with the op board process. So it's really important that the junior enlisted guys learn from the officers and learn the operations order process. And then it's also important that the officers learn from the junior enlisted guys and the NCOs, because they have the practical experience when it comes to running actions on and when it comes to post-assault procedures. Another big thing that a lot of people talk about is nobody ever talks about the Florida phase of Ranger School.
Well, hold on. Let's go back to what you were talking about with the Ranger Bat and the NCOs. Did you know right off the bat in conversations with the guys on how they acted, on how they responded? How did you figure out who was competent and who wasn't? Because even if they're in a group that's supposed to be great at X, Y, and Z, there are some that aren't.
Yeah, that's definitely true. The way you figure that out is built into each phase. You do have like an SOP section where it's dedicated to SOP development, and they'll give you at least a couple hours a day, especially leading up to the FTX. Sometimes almost the whole day will be dedicated to SOP development. And it usually starts off with a conversation, especially in the Darby phase. They'll start off with a conversation where you just have a back and forth with your squad or your platoon, and you find out what you're good at. And then you do have a lot of people that step up, and they'll make the claim, hey, listen, this is what I have a lot of experience with. And especially the recycles. Recycles are a big thing in each.
They become the leaders.
That's true. Yeah. They'll say, hey, this is what works in this phase, and this is what works, this is what doesn't work in this phase, because there isn't a lot of consistency that follows through to each phase. You'll find like a lot of minute changes in what the RIs look for. Some things are acceptable in some phases and some aren't in others. Okay. But it's just as simple as a conversation with your platoon, and you kind of bring each other together and you say, hey, listen, this is what I'm good at. I'm either good at this part of the op board, I'm good at this part of the mission, whether it be land nav, whether it be running manifests, it varies.
So it's more important. It almost sounds like a football team, or like a team sport, where everybody's got their strengths, everybody's got their weaknesses. What did you experience with people that were honest with their weaknesses?
If somebody's upfront about their weakness, they're, especially in mountains in Florida, you will get junior enlisted guys who are assigned PL roles. You will get a PFC who is a PL or a platoon sergeant, and up front they will tell you, hey, listen, I have no idea how to brief this. I've never had to brief this. At that point they may have made it up through school on like assault squad leader looks, And that's fine, but all it takes is just a couple of guys to cover down, and they will step up, and you can insert yourself into the op board process. Ultimately, they have to brief what they have to brief, or they have to do the decision making. But you know, your RTO, your FO, your medic, or when it comes to actions on, they can help them, or during the planning process, guys will step up and help them out with those weaknesses.
Did you see anybody that was not upfront and honest and kind of butchered themselves? Or was
it's
everybody...
not that they weren't honest, it's just they didn't say anything. So
okay.
Some people, if somebody's in a graded position, they will, for the most part, step up. They will say like to the group, "Hey, listen, I have no idea how to do this." I mean, like their graded look is at stake, and if they're a PL platoon sergeant, the people underneath them, and vice versa. So, if anything, it was people just didn't say anything. But for the most part, they stepped up.
Do you have a specific example?
There would be some instances where you'll get lieutenants who are put into platoon sergeant roles, and they brief what's in the Ranger Handbook, but oftentimes there are certain things that aren't in the Ranger Handbook that that I'd say a lot of the RIs expect. There are no sections when it comes to like method of movement or like transportation, especially when you have to do those air movements and those Zodiac infills. The Ranger Handbook may not say something about how to pull security on like at a dismount point or a mount point, and that's something that just a lot of people, I'd say, regardless of rank or experience, it's not in the Ranger Handbook, and so they just kind of don't really think about it. And sometimes the Ranger instructors really won't focus in on that much on it. But there's a lot of little things throughout the operations order process that kind of go unnoticed, and then that can also, like, you know, cause some issues throughout lanes.
So if